top questions on the lips of investors are those that relate to Bitcoin's survival as the year winds up and in 2018. Will Bitcoin continue to fall? Reacting to the question, a venture capital partner, Michael Jackson of Mangrove Capital Partners, said it might be impossible to say, believing the price would rally. The vast majority of long-term holders of Bitcoin are still way in the money and have shown no sign of cashing out. We see the exit of short-term speculators and we have seen it before, he said, adding that the fundamentals are still intact and saw no cause for Bitcoin ecosystem to collapse. Before addressing Bitcoin's survival, let's see why it was so volatile so much that the crash was massive. Firstly, the cryptocurrency was highly speculated. This fact that they are not regulated by central banks render them volatile. As central bank works behind the stability of traditional currencies, no corporation or government stands as backbone for Bitcoin. Its value derives totally from users' confidence. More reason the currency is volatile is its security. Most users are scared off by security breaches, hacks, malware, stolen passwords to account and email, not to mention how the cryptocurrency exchange had faced number of hacks recently. An instance of North Korea, undergoing investigation and possible involvement in a massive cyber attack on a South Korean currency exchange after hackers stole 17% of its assets. This triggered a massive sell-offs in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, with prices diving almost 15% in Asian trade before recovering. Bitcoin recently moved closer towards being seen as a mainstream financial investment after the launch of futures contracts tied to the cryptocurrency's price. The world's biggest exchange operator by value, CME Group, launched the futures, which allowed traders to bet on the future value of Bitcoin. Around $50 million, £37.4 million, of contracts changed hands in the first 3 hours of trading. What will happen in 2018? Many economists believe Bitcoin remains a major gamble and there are concerns that the cryptocurrency's value could crash. If you are thinking of investing in Bitcoin, it is advisable to make sure you understand Bitcoin and what drives the price up or down before committing any money. You should also be willing to sustain the large losses which could stem from the volatility of the cryptocurrency. Mr. Terhally said that as cryptocurrencies continue to mature into an asset class of their own, we should see levels of volatility decrease. However, there is some way to go yet, but investors would be wise to look at the long-term picture rather than short-term ups and downs, he said. Mr. Ward said that the future of cryptocurrencies could depend on whether they receive endorsement from central banks and government and if the price stabilizes. Whether Bitcoin falls to near zero, continues to rise like diamonds have over the past century, or simply holds steady once the market finds the level it can tolerate, is anyone's guess at the moment, but it is certainly one to watch as it becomes better understood by the mainstream, he said. Mr. Isaacs believes that prices will continue to rise over the next year despite the massive swings. The top driving factor behind cryptocurrency's price increase, especially in the last few months, has been wider mainstream awareness and acceptance, he said. Many well-known businesses have begun accepting Bitcoins as a means of transaction, such as Reddit and WordPress, as well as a number of online retailers, not to mention the patents filed and domain names registered from billion-dollar companies like Apple and Amazon.